Yo, what's going on, guys? And we'll take a sip of coffee to start this. I love coffee as black as the moonless night sky. Now, if someone gets the reference from what show that is, it's a 90s, I think it's Dave Finch? I don't even know. I'm going to just say Twin Peaks. But the Memphis Grizzlies, let me tell you the lineup. Okay, first off, what do you think the record is going to be? What do you expect from them? Who's going to be an X factor or someone that surprises you, not named John Morant or Desmond Bane? Because I think those are arguably their two best players. Now, I think, I honestly love this team. And there's a few things we need to hype out, but answers down below. We just hit 8,000 on the way to 10,000, 150 videos a month, 5 a day. Let's get right into it. Now, the big thing with this team is who's going to play the 4. The Grizzlies got amazing minutes from Jaren Jackson Jr., nearly winning Defensive Player of the Year, and Kyle Anderson, aka Slow-Mo, being one of the most effective bench players. As you guys know, Jaren Jackson Jr. Sorry, girlfriend texted me. Now look, unfortunately, as you guys know, Jaren Jackson Jr. is out for a while with foot surgery. Kyle Anderson went to Minnesota. That leaves a huge amount of minutes, which I believe Santi Aldama, which I said was the steal of the draft, Loyola, Maryland. Guy comes from historic family of basketball players. And guess what Santi Aldama has done? He has basically dominated every other level of basketball except in the NBA. I mean, he hasn't really gotten a shot in the NBA. But to me, I think Santi Aldama has shown he's ready. I think he's going to be somebody that shocks a lot of people. First off, let me tell you something. Santi Aldama went out there and averaged basically, I think, he was just being a dog. And I thought it was just so much fun to watch to see Santi go out and average 16.8 points, 7.8 rebounds in Summer League, 1.8 blocks, okay? 1.5 steals. He was playing only 25.9 minutes a night, dishing out as well, 1.3 assists, shooting 38.5% from 3, 3.3 attempts from 3, and 57% on 12.5. I know that's Summer League. I just love him. You know, at Loyola, he played 2 years, and he basically averaged, his first year he was a little quiet, but his second year he literally dominated, averaging 21 and 10. And having like 2 blocks in a steal game. I know it's lower competition, the Colonial League, but even with the G League team, he was averaging 22 and 10. I know the 3-point shot at 26% wasn't pretty, but he basically shot 50% from the field, averaged 1.5 blocks and 1.5 steals. Like, this guy has one of the most all-around games, and he was also dishing out 2.5 assists. People don't realize how good of a passer, how good of a rebounder, how good of a shooter. Like, Santi Aldama, in my opinion, has like one of the most complete games. Now, let me tell you about the whole entire roster right here. Santi Aldama, Steven Adams, Desmond Bane, Dylan Brooks, Kennedy Chandler, Brandon Clark. Danny Green's out for the season with torn ACL. Maybe he'll be back for the playoffs, or they might use him as a trade chip like Ricky Rubio was used last year by the Cavs when he was sent to the Pacers to get Karis LeVert. Jaren Jackson Jr., Tyus Jones, John Conchar, Jake LaRavia, Kenneth Lofton Jr., John Morant, David Roddy, Killian Tillie, Xavier Tillman Sr., Ziaire Williams, and Vincent Williams, with Kenny Lofton Jr. and Vincent Williams Jr. both being on 2-ways. Now, the current roster also has, I think, nobody else necessarily. Like, they don't really have any training camp invites. And their current roster, if you look at it, they have 10 guys, and then they have 13 and 14. 15, 16. So they have to actually cut somebody, I believe, to this because they have 2-ways. They're at 18 players, so somebody's going to get cut, and I wonder who will be. I mean, my choice is that they should just cut Danny Green outright or Killian Tillie. I think those are the 2 guys. You're either cutting Killian Tillie or Danny Green. I think they're kind of fine moving on from Killian Tillie. He hasn't done much, but this is where, like, look, the starting lineup, in my opinion, should be for this coming. Obviously, with Jaren Jackson Jr.'s back, it's going to be Steven Adams, Jaren Jackson Jr., probably Dylan Brooks, Desmond Bane, and John Morant, with Tyus Jones being the 6th man. Then you have Ziaire Williams, Brandon Clark, Santi Aldama, and John Conchar, all those guys off the bench. And look, for me, I think this is a great team. I know they lost Anthony Belton. I think Santi Aldama is going to be the starting power forward. I think the starting lineup until Jaren Jackson gets back is Steven Adams, Santi Aldama, Dylan Brooks, Desmond Bane, John Morant, with Tyus Jones, John Conchar, Ziaire Williams off the bench, Brandon Clark off the bench, and primarily backing him up is either at power forward is either going to be Brandon Clark, Ziaire Tillman, unless they want some more stretching, then it'll be David Roddy or Jake LaRavia. But I don't know if, Kenny Chandler, David Roddy, Jake LaRavia will make it, will play. Let me hear your thoughts down below. Do you think those guys will get minutes and actually get some runs in? Or do you think they will be more, constrained to, the bench? Because I really think the lineup until Jaren Jackson Jr. gets back, Morant, Bane, Brooks, Aldama, Adams, and then Adams might see the floor a little bit less and, may see his end. He's coming off the bench. And Tyus Jones, Ziaire Williams, Brandon Clark, John Conchart being, the 9-man rotation. Then when Jaren Jackson Jr. is in there, you slide Santi Aldama off the bench, and that's your 10-man rotation. With, I could be seeing, that Ziaire Tillman, Killian Tillie, Kenny Chandler, David Roddy, and Jake LaRavia are the guys who don't get that much minutes. And I know that's not what anybody wants to hear, but it's just kind of how it is. Now, for me, I think it definitely is a fun situation that we're waiting to see. I think this is a team that I think will surprise people. And my whole thing, I know on my NBA show, or our NBA show that I do with Will Upton, aka Jackson Elstro, is that he believes that this team's gonna fall, and I don't know if they're gonna have as many wins as they did last year. Okay, like I'll fully admit that. I don't know if that's gonna be the case this coming season, that they'll have as many wins. But I do believe that this is a team that people need to be fearful. That I think they'll be more of a threat in the playoffs than in the regular season this coming season. Because I understand that winning the amount of games they won last year would be that's a tall glass to ask for. And for me, it does get a bit difficult. I can see them being a top 6 seed. I don't see them being in the play-in. But it all comes down to how Santi Aldama, who I hope, plays in Jaren Jackson Jr.'s spot until he returns, does, okay? I mean, it might not even be Santi. That's just me being biased because I like the cat. But, yeah, so that's where I want to hear your guys' thoughts. Where do you guys think about this and why? But besides that, yeah, I want to hear your guys' thoughts. Hope you guys do have a great day, because I know I will. Till next time, guys. Wait, we're not. Yeah, well, I don't even know where we're at on this. I think we got like a few more minutes. I don't even know. Let me hear your thoughts on this. Like, is there anything I missed? I feel like I might have. I don't know. So, I don't know. Goodbye, guys. I hope you guys thought it was an okay video. I thought it was okay. I think y'all had a good time, if I had to say so myself. But yeah, I feel like whenever I do that voice, people probably think I'm like being rude to country people. Maybe I'm not. I don't think I am. If you think I'm being rude to country people, you can suck my left dick. That's what you can do. You can suck it till you choke. You can suck it till you choke. That's a line if I've ever heard one. So take care, guys. I hope you guys do have a great day. Till next time, guys. Peace.